All I keep hearing is how Joe Biden is so electable. He's so electable. Well, you know what I found out today, Dale? I'm looking for this clip. Somebody send it to me when you find it. All right? Tim@TimBlackTV.com, guys. Send it to me. According to a tweet I got, and I know it's a tweet, and I asked them for receipts. They said Joe Biden was at an event today in Iowa, a live event where he said that Martin Luther King Jr. and John Kennedy were killed in 1970-something. He said the 70s was a tumultuous time. We had the killing of Martin Luther King Jr. and John F. Kennedy. And you know that's bad because they were assassinated in the late 60s. People are using that and they're going, somebody come get Grandpa. Now, I know people are going to tell me, Joe Biden is younger than Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Sanders is coherent. His cognitive abilities are not in question. Joe Biden's are. It's not about age, it's about competency. Now, once again, guys, I haven't seen the clip, and gosh, man, I can't wait to find it. Oh, I'd love to have that clip. But this is the guy they want to tell you is so electable. A guy who, according to rumor, doesn't even remember when MLK was assassinated. Anyway, what does it say for a party that puts that guy and says he's the guy that can beat Trump? I don't know what they're talking about. Trump's pretty light on his feet. I think he's not going to have a problem dusting Joe Biden. But hey, be that as it may. Joe Biden's in this thing and he ain't quitting no time soon. Just because he has never won a single delegate in any of the presidential races he's been in, there's been 2 before this one, doesn't stop him at all, and it doesn't stop people from going, he's great, he can win. So anyway, he put out an ad in Iowa. Please check it out.
We know in our bones this election is different. The stakes are higher, the threat more serious. We have to beat Donald Trump. And all the polls agree Joe Biden is the strongest Democrat to do the job. No one is more qualified. For 8 years, President Obama and Vice President Biden were an administration America could be proud of. Our allies could trust and our kids could look up to. Together, they worked to save the American economy, to pass the historic Affordable Care Act, protecting over 100 million Americans with pre-existing conditions. Now, Joe Biden is running for president with a plan for America's future. To build on Obamacare, not scrap it. To make a record investment in America's schools. To lead the world on climate. To rebuild our alliances. Most of all, he'll restore the soul of the nation. Battered by an erratic, vicious, bullying president. Strong, steady, stable leadership. Biden, president.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I'm Tim Black, and I disapprove of your message. I'm Tim Black, and I think you're full of it. Yeah, notice in this commercial that Obama is shown 4 times. It's only 60 seconds, and there's 4 shots of Obama. Want to run on your own record there a little bit there, Biden? Just a little bit. Hey, won't you run on your own record, Biden? Come on, man. I told you not to run. And now you got to put my name in my picture, my likeness in every one of your stupid campaign ads. This is not good. Michelle, get Jill on the phone. Talk to her. Now, if you want to put aside the bad commercial that Joe Biden put out in Iowa, you can. Because there's other bad things that were done. Now, I don't know when this took place, but for some reason, Jill Biden sat down and she tried to persuade us to vote for Joe Biden.
You know, your candidate might be better on, I don't know, health care than Joe is. But you've got to look at who's going to win this election. And maybe you have to swallow a little bit and say, okay, I sort of personally like so-and-so better. But your bottom line has to be that we have to beat Trump.
I'm not saying there's something wrong with a wife supporting her husband or vice versa in a political contest. I get it. But when you start off telling me that, hey, don't get what you want, just get what you got to get, That's not a way that you're going to inspire a lot of people to come out and vote. I mean, Jill Biden's basically saying, hey, guys, he may not be the best guy. You may not particularly like him. He may not do the things you want him to do. And there may be other people that are there who would. Screw all that. Get him anyway because he's not as bad as Trump. How are you supposed to beat Trump by bringing people out to vote if you can't even tell people in the primary to vote for your guy? This is horrible. That vote blue any who crap, it don't work well in the general, but it damn sure ain't gonna work in a primary. There's nothing but Democrats and one independent. They are voting blue. What I'm telling you folks is that once the black community gets wind of Joe Biden, that he basically loaned out all his tools to a next-door neighbor who hasn't returned them, once they see that and they realize it and accept it, well, I think that's when Joe Biden's support, even in the black community, is going to dry up. Like a piece of tumbleweed in an old spaghetti western. I also notice a lot of pandering to the blacks. Now, typically, I don't have a problem with you pandering to the blacks because I happen to be one of them. But what have you done for the blacks that would make it seem like it would be a good idea? Now, I want people to realize that just putting black people in your video doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot if you haven't done anything for black people per se. And I know for a fact they want reparations, and I think reparations would be great. I just don't think a candidate could win in this country running on it. And I happen to want other stuff too, so, you know, I get my own set of pushback from people on that point. But anyway, the point is this. Biden's making race the biggest issue of this campaign. And it's just not. You know what's a bigger issue than race? And I can say this pretty firmly. Yeah, pretty firmly. I'm 100% sure that even black people who are already black, who've been black their whole lives, probably think money would trump blackness. Like for them, how much, because you're never going to get rid of all the racism. And like black people know Trump's a jackass, but he didn't make the white guys go to Charlottesville. I mean, this is the second ad, Joe, where you use Charlottesville. I mean, I don't want to assume here, but it seems like you're trying to scare motherfuckers. You're trying to scare black people into voting for you. Seems a little underhanded and dirty. Like if they don't have you, we're all going to get lynched. It's not good, Joe. And, you know, showing commercials or having shots of black people crying and stuff, I'm just going to keep it real with you, man. Obama used all that credit up. I mean, if Corey can't use it, you can't use it, man. Come on, man. If Corey can't use his half-blackness, if Kamala can't use her black color skin, her brown skin, you can't use Obama's half-blackness. What the hell is going on? Look what we're dealing with here. This is a disgrace. Everybody want to use black people. Nobody really want to use black people. Get it? They want to use us, but they don't want to use us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's going to be a no for me, dog. I just can't. Just stick with it, man, if it's your dream. But it's a no for me, dog.